Hello, beloved students. Some of you I know, and some of you I'm just meeting. Wherever you are, if you are just getting into our class or you're still lost on what to do and how to make it happen, come to your Google Classroom. I'm going to do one video using period 4, but it's identical to the period 6 Google Classroom. So make sure you're in this because this is the live class. If you have any of my other classes, I'll do a separate video for those. All right, so when you come to the Google Classroom, you'll notice that there's a Zoom link posted here. You also get that in your email, and sometimes I also text it. That's where to go if you're not in the building. If you're in the building, we meet in room 306, and we start right on time. There's a calendar for your information here of the whole trimester, so you can see that we're pretty far in, right? We're on the 26th of April, which means we're not quite, but close to halfway through. And that's just a good thing to keep track of. You can also see which days we don't go to school, meaning, see, all these light blues are the only school days that we actually have. So really, there's not that much to get an entire English credit. On Wednesdays, La Bruja comes. If you want to know more about her, check out the YouTube video that I've posted. And then, we've got some independent reading things and some life lessons that I just like to post down here. But where the work is, you'll see this nice finger pointing. Go to classwork, right? And so at the top, you'll see the most important, most recent things at the top. So I don't need you to scroll down. Every day, there's going to be some kind of an attendance question, or not every day, but most days. Today, we did a flat puzzle. And so you'll go to view question, type in your answer, and press turn it in, right? Whatever you say, and then you press turn it in. And even if you write nothing, that just lets me know, did you get it or not? Now, you can see what your classmates' answers are if you go here, and you can get some ideas. Some people get it and some people don't. Now, come back to classwork, and you can go here, and it'll show you upcoming. This was what we worked on today. So you want to try and do whatever the today work is. And just go through the assignment, see what you can do. After the video posts, I will always upload the video. So today's class video is still in process. When I've got it, I'll post it there. Now, do you have to go back to all this other stuff? Not necessarily. You've missed marking period 1 attendance, skip all that. You've missed marking period 1 project development. You can do this if you want to. It's not required. What is required is the projects. So we want to make sure we're working on the projects. Notice that there was a marking period 1 assessment. So if you do nothing else from marking period 1, you want to make sure you complete this assessment. There are 2 parts to that assessment. One is a multiple choice quiz that you can find here by clicking that link. And the other is 2 questions that you can answer by clicking this link and pressing turn it in. The book is right here, and this assessment goes only up to page 42. Also, notice the rubric is posted, and I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm just asking that you use complete sentences, that you have a claim, and that you use evidence. You'll also get points for how well you do on the quiz. All right, so everyone does this. This is the catch-up assignment if you are just joining our class or you're just starting to do work. Also, every day, I expect you to be writing in a journal. So here's the journal writing assignment. This is for marking period 2. You should have also turned in one for marking period 1, but if you didn't, it's over. Leave it alone. Do marking period 2. There will be 1 each marking period until the end, at which point I'll give an assessment of the entire journal. All I need you to do is write the date on it, write a piece of gratitude, something you're grateful for, and then write about whatever you're thinking or wondering about. It could be related to class and school, or it could be not. This is also the place where you're going to write your poetry for La Bruja, and ideally, you're writing by hand, and you have a notebook that you're writing by hand in. You can make a video and just show me that you're writing and post that to your Google Classroom, right? So there are 2 different lessons about journal writing and my philosophy that I go much more in depth. You can watch those. There are some journal prompts if you need more of something to write about. And there's a blank Google Doc with all the dates of marking period 2 if you need to see how many entries you ideally should have by the time this is in. But if you press add or create, you can attach a file and you can attach a photo that is of the actual work, or a video if you want to just flip through pages and show me, because I don't need to read this. You can see that the grade is based on 2 factors. It's based on if you've done every entry and they're all dated, and the length increases over time. And that will lead us to believe that you're having some growth. You can also self-report this by writing in the private comments and tell me how journal writing is for you. Is it getting easier? The idea of this assignment is that no one runs a marathon in one go. Then essays and Regents exams are marathons. And so I want you to have the practice, which is just like doing a mile a day of a practice run and building up to 5 miles and 10 miles and 20 miles. All right. This is an important assignment. Make sure you're completing it. If you are not yet doing it, start today, right? For 5 minutes every day. Doesn't matter when you do it. You can do it on the bus. I don't care about handwriting or spelling or grammar or any of that. All right. Another project that's going to be throughout the entire trimester is your independent reading project. I expect you to read at least 6 books this trimester. I'm going to be grading you on how many books you read. Now, a book is relative. If you are reading a book that's this length, that counts more than a book that's this length, right? So books are relative. You're going to compare yourself to you, and the reflection will also be part of how I assess this, that you've thoughtfully reflected on yourself and your progress as a reader, right? The idea is I want you to find what you like, not what your teacher tells you to like. We will be reading 1 book in class, Chlorine Sky by Mahogany Brown, and so you'll be able to include that, right? And this is how you fill this out. I'm not a very good speller. Sky, Mahogany L. Brown. It has 188 pages. It is a novel in poems. The summary is it's a girl, and I won't even tell you the whole story, but a girl loses her best friend, and the review, it's up to you. You could put a picture, you could put an emoji. You could very easily go to do a Google image search and look for an emoji and decide that maybe this book makes you feel, whatever it makes you feel. Maybe you love it and you want to put that emoji in, and then you'll have your review. Okay, that's how you complete the independent reading project. Make sure you don't put it off until June. It's due June 11th. I will expect you to keep reading. Here's a link to the Libby app, which is you can get for iPhone or for Android, and it was a great way to look up books. I highly recommend this one. Ta-Nehisi Coates is amazing, but whatever you like, there's so much on here. Any kind of book you want to read. All right, I think that's all. Again, don't worry about the stuff that's marking period 1, attendance or project development. You don't even need to do this day 1 stuff, but if you want to, let me know and I will absolutely check your pre-assessment work. Don't have to catch everything up, but try and catch up with marking period 2 and try and make sure that you're focused on the projects, because as you can see, they are the majority of your grade. Come to class every day. I expect you there. And I want to be your teacher. So that means it's not, this is not work. It's not your job. I don't expect you to know how to do any of this. I don't expect you to do good quality work. I expect you to do your best so that I can know what I need to teach you. See you soon.